NSFW, people who work on animation, TV, and film, how do you feel about your work being turned into porn? Are you ever impressed or angry? Professional animator here. Publicly I cannot acknowledge the porn. It would lead to bad PR with the studio. Especially if it's a children's cartoon. But behind closed doors most animators I know have a juvenile sense of humor. Snickering to themselves as they draw something crude for a minute. Then we throw that image away and get back to work cause deadlines are a thing. Considering part of my job involves animating industrial equipment, I'd be pretty impressed. They say one of the first things people do with any new medium is make porn with it. Agreed. A mirror is all a Lucy's shall need. Kinky fucks are already sharing a bed and fucking. Now they are using mirrors too? Porn still is though. I am sorry no one took the obvious melon and carrot setups. You're right. It would have been too easy. I.o. We used to joke that, since the internet can only produce either hate or porn, porn was the highest compliment. Well, show me your work and I'll make it happen. Not an animator but I work in post-production in TV and film. I've seen some lesbian fanfiction from one of the shows I've worked on. Was a bit weird. Not an artist but I know one who has worked on some series that got the NSFW fan treatment. She can't say in any kind of public platform, Twitter, Facebook or the like, that she likes the works. Or even admires them since the character she created was made under contract and technically it belongs to the company not her directly. In private she is happy about it. She said it means that people really liked her character and is proud about it. What? I am both not surprised at the creator being invited as the guest of honor at furry conventions. And laughing my ass off at the idea of him getting invited and accepting. I can't breathe. Now. Thank you for this. I mean, plenty of these porn artists are professional animators themselves. Halopov. Nice choice. My dad was an animator for Disney as well as for Universal Studios prior. Basically all the kid movies that I loved growing up he worked on. He also once showed me the comics that animators often made where their characters all FCK each other. Didn't matter the movie. It was done. Land Before Time. Rescuers Down Under. Lion King. Mulan. All of them. So I would imagine they all think it's hilarious. Not sure how computers have changed things though I don't imagine it's changed much other than how it spreads. Professional here. Worked on a recent Transformers show. I don't really see it. But we did find fanfiction which was hilarious. If anything I've animated suggestive lil bits during downtime between deadlines. But all stays internal. More so a casual artist animator. I'm basically exposing myself here but TBH depending on which characters and what scenario. I might save it for research. I mean I always appreciate fan art of my characters. But I swear to God if anyone ever again writes me, even as a joke, a fanfic with the focused fetish being farting, I will find where you live and you will wish that you valued your kneecaps more before you lost them. JK I'm weak af I can't do shit. I'm no animator. Don't have the mind, the hands, or the patience to handle it. But what I do know is that apparently the creators of MLP have to actively ask people to not make porn of their characters. To which the community responds with a vehement no and a middle finger in the form of even more porn. I have a buddy who is a professional animator. Having worked for Disney as well as Bluth. Now mostly freelance. He entered an animated porn convention with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Funnily enough, That work got him noticed and a single cell from another of his works ended up in the love in a compilation of digital artists' work. Still need to get a look at that film. I'll have to see if he has it online anywhere. Doesn't this crowd already sneak things into cartoons? Big dicks and whatnot? I animate from time to time, but mostly just draw my characters. I got porn of a few before and I personally think it's better than normal fanit. I know that Walt Disney kept a sketch from Snow White, outline of the bodies, because it was too hot to throw out or something. The questions I came for. Like. Mandix. I've worked on Beat Bobby Flay. We all got quite the kick out of hearing from a co-worker there is a porn called Beat Off Bobby Flay. So we were cool with the idea. Certainly didn't watch it. I hopefully will go into game dev of some form. My attitude regarding it is already more of a why one than anything else. As a hobby 3D artist, I can imagine that people would be slightly put off by having the characters they created from scratch be used for that. I would have to lie if I said that I never thought about using one of my own characters for lewd stuff. But it never felt quite right. Like I am pimping out my own child or something. Though. Characters by other creators are fair game. I work in younger children's media, so it would be upsetting. However, I often wonder if any of our audience will grow up and still be in the fandom for it once they are older. I'd love to talk to them in a few years. I work in kids shows. The characters are children. Vertical bar. For the most part. Some of the big creators don't mind. I think the concern is more about which characters are clopped to. With Nier, I feel like the cosplayers were more crazy than the artists, lol. So many cosplayers taking butt pictures in 2B's outfit. Shti was wild. Not in TV. Yet. But I'm working on putting everything together to pitch a series to a network in the next few years. I've fully accepted that there will be porn. Hell. I make porn of my characters. All I ask is that they tag it as NSFW. I was a brony. I know how bad it can get. Age up younger characters. And keep in mind that one of the characters doesn't have nipples. While I'm here, I don't suppose anyone with TV animation experience has any tips on getting into the business? This post. I have had those moments in which I am amazed at how the community does this. And then I think back on Shudder Shadman. That would be pretty f-king impressive to have porn based on a video game I haven't even started to work on and am still planning. TBH. There was a post on the net somewhere about Disney artists and their work being turned into porn. Something about Disney owning the IP of whatever the artist created in and outside of work. So the artists just began low-key drawing porn versions of popular characters. Folders upon folders of pure Disney porn. Or so the rumor goes. Shrek NSFW is best thing. That was created by people. We talking hentai or just straight up porn, cause there's a difference because one is classed as animations rated or not and the other just involves a lot of costumes and roleplay. Makes sense. I believe the question was asked assuming the characters are of age in lore. Of course that was not explicitly stated, so your response is understandable. I also make porn of my work, so I'd appreciate it, TBH.